Okay, so today I will be talking about nasotracheal suctioning. Um, let's see. Before I do anything, I'm going to introduce myself to the patient, kind of let them make sure it's the right patient, and let them know what exactly I'll be doing. I'll let them know that what this whole procedure is uncomfortable. It doesn't last too long, so being uncomfortable shouldn't be too bad. Um, Once I explain the whole procedure and they're okay for me to continue on, I will then wash my hands if I didn't already do so. Then, with the whole suction, the tray, or that the catheter will come in and everything, there should be some sterile gloves in there. Um, I used them already and they are not cooperating putting them back together, so I will just put on normal gloves um, and we'll pretend they're sterile. And then uh, we'll want some water soluble lubricant as well as some normal saline. And let's see here. So we'll have a suction machine and we will hook this part up to it. And this will help control the suction while we perform this whole procedure. So this will be basically my non-sterile hand, and this will be my sterile hand. So before we even start suctioning, the patient will have a trumpet, a nasal trumpet, in their nose. And I don't have any way to demonstrate that at the moment, but I can say that a good way to measure it is from the nose to about the ear, and that's about as far or how long it should be. And once that's in and placed, we can then continue on. And what that trumpet does is for continuous nasal suctioning, it'll help prevent the trauma in their passages. All right, so we will test to make sure it's suctioning right by using some normal saline, and we will occlude this little spot right here. We'll use that saline. If it's suctioning, good. If not, just adjust. Make sure it is to the point where at the point where it'll work. And then you'll start by putting it through the trumpet, which will go through the there'll be some resistance like the vocal cords. You'll keep going, and oh, skipped a part. They should have some lubricant on it. That way it eases the path through. There's less resistance, whatnot. So vocal cords, and then we'll keep going down. Should feel another resistance, and then once the patient coughs, is you kind of reach where you need to be. So you'll pull back about half an inch, and then that's when the suction begins. And you will occlude that part again, and it should take about 10 seconds, this whole suction part. And you'll just pull while suctioning, and it should remove or start suctioning the secretions that are stuck in there in the airway. As soon as you remove it, it's fully out. If the patient does need another suctioning, you can use some normal saline, clean out the tube, and relubricate and go back in. If not, you can dispose of anything or any of the just dispose anything that isn't being used anymore. Gonna reassess the patient, listen to their breath sounds, check their SpO2, their respiratory rate, their heart rate, their vital signs. Make sure they're in good standing, clean up, and that's about it. I did forget to mention before you begin suctioning, before you get anywhere near that, you would want to oxygenate the patient. That way, the procedure doesn't cause any problems from occurring. And yeah.